Yo, come on, sit right here.
You put on your own makeup every morning?
Yes. I'm great at it too. Squeeze a cheek.
You really do that?
Yes.
I like how you're acting like that's the most natural thing in the
Why
world.
is it not natural?
Because it's a little bit weird. At
Scoot back,
least
man. Scoot
look,
back.
look at your socks
move
too.
over.
Yeah. See,
You
don't
get the
look
whole
at the
thing
lower
going.
extremities.
Those
Somewhere
clash, by the way.
Hey, I don't really believe in that.
You don't believe in clashing?
No.
That definitely
in.
clashes.
No,
Do we have to
supposed
say
to be
anything to
better.
start? This is part of it. This is, by the way, we're live.
We're
on
live?
this.
Yeah.
We're always live.
Fantastic.
We're live 24/7.
Story of my life.
And you also have a big thing to live up to, because the first time we did this, Caleb and I were reminiscing the casting couch when we started. We just didn't have room, but you have that gift of you doing
Yeah,
that.
that will live forever.
I
It's
know.
fantastic.
Is that your most?
Please, we got a mic. Before we had to pass the mic around like we were a bunch of stooges.
This is way more professional than
Upgrade.
anything that we have.
This is
That's
great.
a special gift to me. You used that when I got hired. You were like, yes, that's the one
Yeah.
that you tweeted out.
That I was gonna ask. Is
Yeah.
that your most memorable? Like, is that your number one? If you have one thing going into like a broadcaster Hall of Fame, is it that moment? Is that your most like famous moment as a journalist?
You know what your most famous moment is. I got to answer all your questions. Come
Why?
on,
What
man.
is it?
You got hit in the face with a football.
Oh yeah, I got hit in the
that's-
face with a football.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. That's up there. Now the appearances with you guys, I would say probably for whenever my Hall of Fame thing does come, I would say this probably solidifies. Like the clip
Hall of
reel.
Fame for journalists.
Yeah, I mean I'm not football.
Like
So
crawling
you're-
into bed with Barstool.
So you
and
do
stuff.
consider yourself a journalist?
Well, would you consider me a journalist?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Because
What is that noise?
But I didn't.
Yeah, I'm hearing some other folks talking.
Well, let's kill them.
We got some. Yeah,
It sounded like a phone playing.
Whatever, we can continue. But there was definitely
Um,
other people talking.
That's okay. This is
wait,
This
so
is
if
live
you're,
TV. This happens.
if you're a
You gotta roll with
journalist,
everything.
what do you hear? What are you doing promo for? You have a book?
He's right. No, he likes us though. So Rapaport.
Yeah.
Some people do it just because they're promo. And Rapaport's a fan of the program.
I do it because you guys asked.
Which we appreciate, but I have a question because we are
Yeah.
hated by the NFL.
I
That's
noticed
very
that.
clear.
I saw you got kicked out.
We
yesterday.
got kicked out.
I didn't realize PFT got kicked out too.
Yeah, he got kicked
Dude.
out after, which is so stupid because I got kicked out halfway through.
Right.
And then PFT got kicked out maybe with 20 minutes to go. So it's
I
just
hope
like
he got his interviews in.
he did. I didn't get to the Patriots. I missed the Patriots.
Did you talk to the FBI or just PFT? Did you know
Just PFT. Just,
So you're legitimately the
yeah,
FBI.
PFT
like,
talks to the FBI. So my question is, they don't like. There's certain people who were said, "Oh, we can't do anything with Barstool Sports, this, that." You're the NFL Network, but you can. Nobody is like, "Hey, Ian, don't work with us."
One of the, I mean, I did get it cleared, but one of the things with you guys is now that the sort of popularity has gone through the roof. I mean, I'm sure the league still hates you and doesn't credential you, but people want to work with you guys now, which is astounding because the same people who would criticize for years now are like, "Hey, let's get, pardon my take, a special show," and you're like,
Yeah. Well, it's always, and I think even in the NFL, like 95%, most people, I saw plenty of NFL guys there, including you yesterday. It's like, "Oh, good, glad to see you." It was just those guys.
Whoa, that was off the record.
That you're glad to see me?
Yeah.
That's on the. You're fucking sitting next to me on the couch,
That's
Rapaport.
true, I guess.
But the little NFL lapel pins,
Which I don't
those security guys, they made it seem like there was a legitimate national security threat going on.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, they did.
I mean, was there?
No, I mean, you know that.
Your questions were, I thought, fair.
I mean, and Dominic Sue is the dirtiest player in the league, correct?
Well, I think was, but yeah.
He's not still.
Who's yours playing the league now?
Who would you say?
Perfect.
Oh,
Probably.
Perfect, yeah.
okay. Top
Sue is still up there, though.
top three.
Oh boy.
He doesn't watch football.
That is such bullshit.
Do you not watch football?
I do watch. I watch. I'm allowed to say. I'm allowed to curse, right?
Yeah,
You already
told me
said
on the-
bullshit.
You already did.
Now you curse too. They told me on the. They tried to get me to curse on the other thing. No, I would say I do watch football, but sometimes I'm consumed by the news that it takes your attention away from actually enjoying like the game. I would say dirtiest, Sue, perfect. Who else?
That's it.
Go ahead, Mr. Watch Football. You come up with.
Who do you think?
Yeah, who do you think?
I would say. Well,
That's a
see,
good
all
question.
these guys are.
Quentin
all-
Nelson, is he dirty? He
No,
literally
he's
counts
not
guys'
dirty.
faces in the dirt.
He's not like he does. He did an illegal thing this year that was highlighted by the team, but I wouldn't say that he is. He's dirty.
The two you mentioned, the two. I can't think of a third that would be.
See, the
least not
problem
to
is
the
like,
caliber of
yeah,
those two.
these guys are up in a certain category because they've done things in the past. You guys have done things here and there that I can think of, but I wouldn't want to call them dirty. you got to get to a certain level by doing it.
But
repeatedly.
to be dirty all the
You're
time.
saying suing
Sendeo,
perfect
he's
or
dirty, right?
in the past, I think he's cleaned up his act a lot.
What do you mean in the past? Like every play is in the past.
That's exactly right.
In
Right.
how about the distant
That's
past?
the point.
Yeah, that
That's
was
pretty good.
That was
Ian,
very
you
minute.
covered Belichick pretty intensely. If you were to write a book, would it be about Belichick, or would it be about Saban? Because you also covered him.
I mean, I would say there'd be some sort of blend of both. It was great. I saw Saban in Mobile a couple days ago when we were down there for Senior Bowl, and the first thing he says to me is, "Are you still kissing Belichick's ass?" I'm like, Jesus.
They're like buddies, right?
They are buddies.
Hey,
Yeah.
if you were to write a book about Saban, I guess it's a two-part question. If you were to write a book about Saban, would his personal life chapter be over or under 5 pages? And then if you were to write a book about Belichick, would his book have a personal life chapter?
Yes. One cool thing about Belichick is he has incorporated his family into the team. Like, and people talk about like when Belichick's going to retire. Like, I have no idea. I don't think it's going to be for a long time. But why would he? He's got a son on the staff. And apparently, he's doing like a good job.
Does he get the respect? I'm friends with him, but it's a very tough thing to do to be the son, because everyone's like, oh, you only get the job because your dad's the greatest football coach of
I mean,
all
does
time.
he get the respect? Probably not. But one thing about the Patriots is like it's for coaches and for players especially. Once you get in there, they don't care where you came from.
Mhm.
So like, I'll never forget it's in the Super Bowl and there's Vince Wilfork and he's starting, and there's literally an undrafted free agent named Kyle Love who's starting next to Vince Wilfork in the Super Bowl, who was a rookie. Like, that would happen on so few teams, but with the Patriots, they don't care where you came from. And I would imagine Bill's son, if he's good, will get that sort of same respect, because like that attitude kind of goes through the organization.
I thought Jared Goff looked nervous. The stage was too big yesterday. I thought during media day. Do you read into that? Were you looking at it and be like, oh, he seems nervous?
I would say this, like, Jared Goff might seem one way. We thought the Saints game, like,
He played very good in that.
but I thought it was over after a quarter and a half. Like, it looked like it was going the wrong way, and he somehow kind of like willed everyone back the right way despite looking horrendous early. Like, that to me was a good sign that
He
this
crapped himself early. You can say.
Yeah. I mean, it was bad. Like, and then somehow kind of pulled it together.
It's hard. It's hard to steer that back in that environment, in that on that stage. Now, I've mentioned that to people who played in the Super Bowl and said, no, the Super Bowl is a different experience, even from that. That if you get off to that kind of start in the Super Bowl, you might have that kind a problem getting back right.
It's
We'll see.
the weirdest thing about the Patriots is like, and I know they're excited to be here, and like Brady jumps around like a lunatic, and it's cool to see still. But there is something to be said for like a lot of their players are used to even the weird things like the halftime is forever at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, big time.
So like,
Is this like breaking news from you that experience matters? Is that what you're saying?
But your friend Bill Belichick does not believe it matters, but I think it actually does.
Totally does. 1000%.
So
Do you
you're
think
saying
they're just
Belichick's
saying
wrong.
that though? Like, he's just
You
saying
don't
it doesn't
think
matter?
being in the Super Bowl matters?
No, it
like
does. But
experience?
don't you think that Belichick is just saying it
Oh, I
doesn't
got
matter?
it.
yeah. I
Yeah,
agree.
like, he knows
Make
it
sure this
matters.
isn't breaking news. Hang on one second.
Oh, this is such a. This will
You
probably
wanna-
like your mother be
you
like,
wanna-
"Hey, text
see
me
if it
when
is.
I'm on this, so I can
Prez,
act like I'm
Prez,
doing
you want
something."
a scoop? You want a
Yeah,
scoop?
yeah.
Yeah, do a scoop.
Deal. He's been here 3 days. Same suit every day.
Why you guys say that?
Every day.
For real?
Different shirt.
They
though, hopefully.
lost my suits.
Oh, that
all
happened
my
to me at the
all
Super
my
Bowl.
suits.
You ever get a scoop too big? Like, I don't want this responsibility.
No. Here's
Do you ever think a scoop is a lie?
There's been times when I've gotten something and I'm like, this is so good. It happened like literally 4 days ago. A coaching move that someone thought was going to happen. That was crazy. I'm like, nope. And track it down. You see,
Was
it's
it
like,
Kingsbury?
And no, that was.
Yeah, that would be one I'd be like,
That
nope.
was actually.
Hold on. When you say a scoop too big, what do you mean too big? Like too
Like
too
something,
much gravitas with
like
the,
something that implicates the president or something.
Oh no, well he wouldn't. No, he would love that. The thing that he does that's amazing is he
You would
does
love that?
Of course he would.
You would love to implicate our president?
You're getting
No
Caleb.
comment.
So, but the thing that he does, a tremendous job, is faking that if it's bad news, that he's actually sympathetic. Like, hey, agent, your guy tore his ACL. Oh,
I am
man,
very
I'm so
sympathetic.
sorry.
Oh.
That is the worst news. Oh,
No,
man. So
I
how you-
feel
and,
for everyone.
Boom. You know what I mean?
Well,
No,
so every
no,
coach
no.
gets fired, you're like, you feel bad for them
Yeah, he's like, oh,
can't.
I'm sorry.
at this point.
No, I do. I feel terrible for these people. I am an empathetic person. A firing or an injury, like I take these.
I don't
stuff,
think you're
like,
empathetic at all.
I mean,
You're
how
kind of an
long do
asshole.
you?
I would
This
say
is probably
that's,
why you like Barstool.
I would say that's inaccurate, except for the last part.
You don't think you're an asshole a little bit? I feel like most people, not an asshole, bad
now,
way.
people might think that, but they would be wrong.
Where would you put yourself in the pantheon? You've been following us for a while, like pantheon of Barstool fans, like top 50.
I mean, I tell you what I appreciated, the promo for the documentary that I so graciously lent my time to. I come in like second on the promo. I
Yeah.
thought that was a
You're a
nod.
big wheel of the cracker. I have a lot of respect for
Earlier
guys.
than Zolak.
There's not many people who've been on both casting couches, so it's a very
You're
limited.
the first one right now.
Well, yeah, but
That
this
must be
week,
great
like
for you guys.
like the Greg Olsons of the world, you could kill somebody.
Is
if
G-Reg
ignited into
coming
it.
in?
Oh, of course he fucking is. The original guys, like Blake Bortles, Olsen, and then we're going bigger and we go through their PR, and that's like, wait, Greg Olson's coming. Like, Greg Olson's fucking coming here. And so are you. Same way. I got a lot of respect for you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And take care of your people.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I appreciate it. I
Now,
appreciate
I
it.
would prefer the couches a little bigger.
That's what we do.
Oh,
though.
it
We
got
jam
smaller
big.
when I came in.
That's
Do
true.
you like that
Can't
it's on a
move my
bed
hands.
more than the couch? Like we're literally
Um,
laying on a bed right now.
Yeah, I mean, does somebody sleep here? Like, is this where you actually sleep? They didn't
No-
get you a hotel room.
No, we have a house that sucks because office manager Brett fucked it all up. But it's we got two houses, a bunch of hotels. We have like 40 people here.
Do
Too
you
many.
feel? Let me ask you a serious question. Because you're Barstool, and because people think that you party like rock stars all the time, when you get this house, do you feel the need to like get a bunch of kegs and bring women in and like live it up, or are you? Because you're like kind of an old guy now, who's kind of like not no offense, but like
How old are you?
kind of over the.
How old are you?
I'm 39.
All right, so then you're old too.
Well, yeah, but I'm.
He's not living in the Barstool house. Is
Yeah,
what he's saying.
I'm living.
Barstool house. I have
feel
my
like
own
you're-
room. It's a house. It's just
Right,
the
but I'm
name of our
saying,
company's
do you feel
Barstool.
like-
It's a house. It's
But
the
do you feel
Barstool
like you have
house.
to live up, like have a keg party
No,
every
I
night?
don't live up to anybody's expectations.
That is true.
Yeah,
That's
but
tough.
it
Roasted.
I mean, we
Stuff.
tend towards the end of the week. We start going out more. We have a rough and rowdy. I came straight from Miami, so I got my like partying in. I don't what am I trying to impress you, Rapaport? I don't care what people think of me.
You should. What was Miami like? Super Bowl next year. 'Cause apparently it's going to be actual Miami, like downtown.
Yeah. So well, I was there for a horse race. Miami's Miami. I didn't sleep much.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So that was good. Yeah, that's it. I got nothing else for you. I'm bored of you.
Great.
I'm not bored, but that was awesome. Thanks for coming.
Well, I
times.
one thing. Do you hate your life? That's the only thing. I asked this in the sense of something that you said and Mike said. It's like having to break news and compete versus everybody in that business is so cutthroat that I would hate my life.
I like my life. And people
Well,
always
that's
say
good,
at the time,
yes.
no, they're like, well,
It's a
I don't
plus.
want to like kill myself or anything, but like, seriously, like I'm to a point now. My job is a little crazy. I like to win, and when we win, it's awesome. When we lose, it's fucking terrible. When we win, it's awesome. I got a good, really good group of colleagues, including Mike, that makes me happy to hopefully kick everyone's ass all the time.
Who do you hate? Who's your
Let's
arch
say,
rival?
who do you hate that scoops you?
I don't like to be scooped by anyone.
Well, right.
Especially the bigger, the bigger scoops are not fun. But I've
Like when
come to
Schefter picks up his phone in the middle of like an ESPN live hit and he's on the phone, are you just like, fuck that guy?
I'll put it to you this way:
I
he
don't
ain't
really
watching.
watch ESPN.
He ain't watching real sports tonight because there's a Schefter. He's not gonna watch it.
I mean,
He
I'll
will-
probably
he will
hear.
cut himself if he watches.
I will probably hear how it goes from other people. I'm sure.
I'll
I
watch
will.
it. I'm the
I'll probably
advanced.
watch-
I'm the advanced scout, right? Like you get the guy who studies the tape of the opponent. I got it.
I'll
you.
probably watch Rent on DVR. It's on TV. What's funny about that? Why should you laugh at that?
I thought it was funny.
You don't like
A lot of
Rent?
people
I've seen
Rent.
it 3 times on Broadway. It's
So,
fantastic.
and here's another one. So the other day, he's flying down here and he tells me I watched Road to Perdition. Have you
It's
seen
a
that
fucking
yet?
great movie.
Hold on. Have
No.
you seen that yet? I'm like, it's been out for 15 years. I think it's actually 20 or something.
That is a great underrated
Paul
movie. though.
Newman's been dead for like a decade, and
Very
he
good
thought it was a new movie.
You thought that was new? I don't know
I
how you
don't
can think
see
of
a ton of
It's a
movies,
fucking
okay?
very good movie, but I don't know
I
how
guess
you
it
think
makes
that's new.
sense now that Paul Newman is dead. But it's a period piece, so there's no way for us to know. So yes.
Period piece.
Other than the guy that's starring there being dead for a decade.
Right, no, now
that's the only way.
think
that you
about
would
it like
so
that.
you're saying that's how like
Thinking about it like that,
isolated
that
he
makes
is.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
'Cause
that's
he's-
why I'd hate my life.
yeah. Well, I
But
had him.
sometimes you get to win, And that's great.
I
Well,
had
you
him-
can win in a lot of things. We win, but I don't hate my
Do
life.
you win in horses?
No. But I win when Goodell kicks me out like an idiot.
Were you given a reason for your ejection?
Yeah, we had fake credentials.
Oh, that's a good reason.
And the mustache. And the hat also.
The hat, well, that didn't get us kicked out. But I mean, do you guys ever see Goodell where you're like, hey, idiot, maybe you should stop kicking him out because you're actually helping them?
Not in those words, no.
I don't see him very often. Well, I'll see him on Wednesday. When he
Real
addresses.
quick, I got to tell you. So
Do you
I
guys
had
have to kneel when he walks by? Like, do like the...
It's a good question. It's a good question. I had him more to him hating his life. I had him down at my shore house, which I guess you are all now welcome to come because you had
You
me
have
here.
a shore house?
Yeah, and Jersey Shore, and
That
he
makes
comes
sense.
down.
You look like a Jersey Shore guy, no
I
offense.
appreciate
Is
it.
he bald?
No, he just looks like he's a Jersey Shore guy.
So he comes down with his family, and his kids were messing with his phone and locked his phone as he was trying to tweet out news. He was about to tweet out news, and it was locked for 5 minutes. And he was pacing my living room, going, "You got to be kidding me! You got to be kidding me! I can't believe."
And it's like-
and ready to yell at the kids for. And it's like June, right? Nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even remember what it was. It was so minor, and he.
I remember.
You
what it
couldn't
was.
use somebody else's phone?
I wouldn't let him use my phone.
What about-
'Cause I wanted
I
to
know
see it.
exactly
I
what
wanted
it
to
was.
watch it.
It was Lewis Riddick.
Yes, that's
the
exactly
Chiefs
right.
were trying to interview Lewis Riddick for their GM job.
Which Riddick then denied and said the source is me, meaning Lewis Riddick.
Yeah, but
that's not true.
he's wrong about that.
What about Goodell? There's a rumor like when he orders a pizza, like no one's allowed to take a bite until he eats first. Have you
Yeah.
been in a room with? Like, is that real?
Well, that was it. That was in a Wall Street Journal story, if I'm not mistaken, surrounding the Ray Rice.
And he didn't
situation.
eat it, right?
And nobody would eat. He wouldn't eat, so nobody else would eat. It was like the dad. You wait for dad to sit down, take the first bite.
Nobody
then everybody
does
else
that
can eat.
in my house.
Yeah, but that was reported. So the best part was I think the PA actually then sent pizzas to, or they were going to send pizzas or something.
Yeah, I do remember this actually.
Yeah, he seems like he tries really hard, like when he ran the 40-yard dash, like to try it cool. He's even tweeting cool now. He's using like weird lingo now in some of his tweets.
Maybe that's the lingo he's used all the time. He's just been professional in front of the
Oh,
camera.
so now you're gonna defend him?
I'm not defending him. I'm
You
just
know,
saying,
this is
maybe-
how slaves are made. Like, this is literally what happened in Nazi Germany. Like, everyone,
Look,
their
I thought
boss,
Road to
you
Perdition was
just
a new
follow.
movie. Take it easy on me today, okay?
All right, fine. I'm just saying, if you just blindly follow orders, that's how Nazi regimes are created.
I think if you and Roger ever sat down for lunch, I think you'd have an enjoyable time, and I think you'd have a better understanding of him.
Well,
I really do.
Would you
I
have
mean-
a better understanding of him?
Absolutely.
I think it's pretty surface level here. No offense.
I mean,
You're an open book.
let me say this.
Have you done that? You should.
Oh, ow.
Have you asked? You should ask.
Yeah, I went to the headquarters. I said I wanted to speak with him. What
Then
happened?
you
I got
got
thrown in
arrested.
jail.
Yeah,
I
So
remember
I don't think that went very
I
well.
remember
I don't
that
think
one.
Goodell's sitting down with me anytime soon.
You should definitely ask.
Okay, pass it along. Next time you see him, say, hey, my friend Dave Portnoy, Barstool, he wants to have a sit down with
I
you and
wouldn't
see
say
how
my
it
friend,
goes.
but yeah, I would-
Well, we're friends.
Yeah.
You don't want to admit it. We're friends. Ask how it goes. I don't think that's happening. And by the way, everyone who meets me in person likes me. I'm a great living room guy.
I can see that. Yeah.
So
Good couch guy.
I don't think he'd like me, or I'd like him, I should say.
I disagree. I
think so?
if
So
if
you're out
if
to-
you're here
I
with
do
him,
like him too.
I think after that lunch, you're here. You know what I'm saying? I think there's no down. Well, I don't know if there is a down for you, but there wouldn't be, and there would be no holding water. It would go out. He's actually a regular guy. He's got a decent sense of
Yeah,
humor.
red guy making $40 million a year with a job that 90% of the country could probably do. He's
What'd
just
you
a
pull
normal
in
guy.
last year, Prez?
Not 40 fucking mil.
Close though.
All
Not
right,
bad.
thanks. Pass it along. I'll be happy to go. I'll be happy
I will.
to break bread with this man and see what he's all about.
That's a great idea. Let's make
Yeah, I'm
it.
sure you guys can make
Do it
that
for the
happen.
podcast.
It's got to be on camera. Yeah. There's no
Yeah,
question.
I'm happy to do it. I would say there's no chance in hell of that happening, but I'm happy to do it.
All right.
Thanks for doing it.